Hello everyone, welcome to your favorite CAT Prep channel Quantifiers. So in today's questions for the day, we are going to do two very good questions, one based upon geometry and another on algebra, basically logs. So let's see the questions one by one. This is the first question, that ABC is an equilateral triangle with O a point in it. So O is a point in it. AO, BO and CO being 6, 8, 10. Okay, so basically this is an equilateral triangle ABC. Now O is a point in it. O can be anywhere, right? O can be here, 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 anywhere. O can be anywhere. Say O is a point here. Now we are given that the length of AO, BO and CO. The length of AO, BO and CO is 6, 8 and 10. So this is 6, this is 8 and this is 10. You need to find the, now we are told that this area is in this form. The area of the triangle will be of the form A root 3 plus B, where A and B are obviously some numbers, and we have to find the value of A plus B, right? Now before we move into the question, I just want to let you know that this is a direct result question, direct formula question. We will derive the formula and it's a very good concept involved. The procedure is very good, but that can directly be written as this. The area would be nothing but under root 3 upon 8 into, let us say these dimensions are A, B and C. Let's say these dimensions, A belongs to 6, B belongs to 8 and C belongs to C. Under root 3 by 8 of A square plus B square plus C square plus 3 by 2 of the area formed by a triangle with sides ABC. 3 by 2 of the area of the triangle with the side 6, 8, 10. मतलब अगर 6, 8, 10 है, एक triangle है, तो इसका जो भी area होगा, I am calling it A. So this area A has nothing to do with the area of this overall triangle, but it has only to do something with the triangle whose sides are 6, 8 and 10. So by chance 6, 8 and 10 are Pythagoras triplets. ठीक है? So the area is nothing but half into 6 into 8, that is 24. So this area is nothing but 24. So 3 by 2 into 24, that is 36 is the area of this triangle. Plus, if I have to find the answer for it, it would be under root 3 by 8. In bracket, it would be 6 square plus 8 square plus 10 square. That is nothing but 200. Plus 3 by 2 into area formed by the triangle of side 6, 8, 10. So that is nothing but 24. So it is 36. 36 plus 25 root 3. 36 plus 25 root 3. So it is not, if I compare with A root 3 plus B, the value of A is 25, the value of B is 36. Answer would be A plus B is 61. That would be a required answer. Now, if you don't want to see how this result is derived, you can skip to the next question. But just if you are curious that how this formula is derived and how we are going to apply it, now let's move to that part. Okay. So I'll generally try to generalize the result. So I'll just take one triangle. Let's take a triangle. Okay, so let's call this one. A, B, C, and this point is O. Since this is an equilateral triangle, so all the angles are 60 degree, right? Angle A, angle B, angle C are 60 degree. Let's call that this length is A, this small length is B, this small length is C. Also, let us say that triangle is divided into three areas. Let's say this area is X, this area is, let's say, Y, and let's say this area is Z, right? Let's say the area is X, Y, and Z. Now, basically, I need to find X plus Y plus Z. This is what I need to find, right? Okay. So, what I am going to do to derive my result, I am going to shift my triangle. When I say shift, I am going to rotate it by keeping B as a base. तो जैसे मेरा A top vertex है, अब मैं इस पूरे triangle को rotate कर रहा हूँ like this. Now, if you have to visualize, let me tell you what my triangle is looking like. So keeping B as a point of rotation, ठीक है? I have rotated my whole triangle. So this, अब बस visualize करने ना, this part has gone to this part. So this A shifted to this point. Let's call this A dash. This C shifted to this point. Let's call this C dash. Okay. So I'll just name these things, and for the easy visualization, I have removed this. I hope you have understood that how I have rotated it. This point is A. This point is C dash. Right. Similarly, all these internal things will also rotate. So let's call that. Let's say this point O has reached here. So this is O. This and this. So when I say this has rotated, see, when all the base is rotated, X has reached here, okay, Z has reached here, and Y has reached here. Okay. So this is how I arrange it. Now what I'm going to try to do, I need to find the areas of this triangles. So I know that this side is B, then this side is B. This side is A, completely rotated. This side is A, and this side is C. This is B, this is B. So basically, if I am trying to find out the area of this figure, let's say this figure, I am trying to find out the area of quadrilateral A O dash B O. मुझे A O dash B O का area निकालना है, right? Why I'm doing this, we will see. So let me do this thing. Let me connect these points. Let me connect this. Okay. Now I have divided my triangle or my quadrilateral AO dash BO into two parts. That is area of triangle AO dash O plus BO dash O. These are the two areas that I have divided. This side is B, this side is B. If I know this side, I will get the area, right? What can be this side? See, this when angle B is shifted here, can I say this angle will also be 60 degree, nothing else but 60 degree? How? Just try to think over these lines. Let's say this part of angle is A, this part of angle is B. Now this angle is shifted over this part, which means this part is A and this part is B, right? ऐसी तो rotation होगी हमारी. Now, can I say this A plus B, since it's an equilateral triangle, was 60 degree? So when I have rotated this part has become BA, B plus A. So can I say this is again 60 degree? Right. So this angle comes out to be 60 degree. Now these two sides are already equal, B and B. I'm talking about triangle O dash O and B. I am saying side OB is equal to side O dash B. Right. Both are equal to B. Since these are both are equal to B, so these both angle will be equal. So since this is 60, therefore this is also 60, or this is also 60, right? This is also 60 and this is also 60. So for X plus Z, I am doing all this stuff for X plus Z, right? Now this is 60, this is 60, this is 60. So if this is B, this is B, this is also B. Side OO dash is also B because the triangle is proved to be an equilateral triangle. Right. Now, since we talk about this equilateral triangle, can I say area of this O dash B is nothing but under root 3 by 4 into A square or under root 3 by 4 into B square? Basically, side is A, so side यहाँ पे B है तो under root 3 by 4 into B square आ गया. This is the area of this BO and O dash. This is the area of BO and O dash, right? Plus, let's talk about the area of A, O dash and O. If I am talking about the area of A, O dash and O, can I say it is a triangle with dimensions C, A and B? Okay. Remember in very beginning I told you that in my formula, this side is A, this is B, this is side C. The formula is nothing but under root 3 by 8 A square plus B square plus C square plus 3 by 2 times of A, where A is nothing but A is the area of triangle formed by the dimensions A, B and C. ठीक है, ABC को अगर मैं साइड्स मान के एक ट्राइंगल बना लूं तो उसका जो एरिया होगा उसको A कहेंगे. तो यहाँ पे दिस ट्राइंगल AO dash O is a triangle with sides A, B and C. So can I say its area is A? Yes. Plus So this is the required area of x plus z. This is the required area of x plus z. Now just now my question is almost over. Just think over these lines that if I rotate it on the basis of c, it will extend to something like this. Then I'll get my area of y plus, if I am rotating it, y plus x. I'll get my area of y plus x, right? Okay. So that area would nothing be. If now the figure will be symmetrical. So if now I'll just try to clean it up and write it for you. So my three results would be x plus z is nothing but under root 3 by 4 into b square plus a. My x plus y will nothing be under root 3 by 4 into a square plus a. And last, y plus z will be nothing but under root 3 by 4 into c square plus a. So these are my three area parts, x, y, and z, and these are the three results. So if I add them up, my answer would be nothing but 2x plus 2y plus 2z is equal to under root 3 by 4 a square plus b square plus c square plus a is 3 times, that is 3a. So this 2 is taken out common and my result would be x plus y plus z nothing but under root 3 by 8 into a square plus b square plus c square plus 3 by 2 of a. This is my required result. So again, if I put the value of 6, 8, 10, I'll get my result as what I got it earlier. So the answer is 61 and this is the whole derivation of this form. So let me move to the second point, the second question. Now, what it is? How many ordered pairs AB of the integers exist such that log base A into B plus 8 into log base B over A is equal to 6 such that A and B should be less than equal to 2008. So less than 2008, so which means that A and B are both greater than 1, right? Because A and B both cannot be equal to 1. A and B both cannot be equal to 1. Because if they both are equal to 1, then 1 into 1 is log base 1, when is not defined, right? And A comma B is between 2008. So first of all, if I have to solve it, here it is log base A, B, here it is log base B. So I'll just try to make the base common, and what property I'll use? The property that if log A, B is nothing but if I have to change the base, it gets reverses log A, B. All this is equal to 6. Okay, just a simple property that log A, B is equal to 1 upon log B, changing of base. So now this is equal to 6. So let's say that log base A, B is equal to x. And I say it is nothing but x plus 8 upon x is equal to 6. X square plus 8 is equal to 6, right? Or x square minus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. So x minus 2 into x minus 4 is equal to 0. Or I can say x is equal to 2 comma 4. So these are two values possible for x. And what is x? X is log base A and B. So I'll take two cases, once when it is equal to 2 and once when it is equal to 4. So if it is equal to 2, then if it is equal to 2, so according to the definition of log, what is the B? B is nothing but a square. Okay, B to a square hoga because this is the definition of log. That if log A of B is equal to x, then B is equal to a raised to the power x. This is the definition of log, right? So here my B is equal to a square. Now A is a number which is greater than 1 because A and B both cannot be 1. If A is 1, B is also coming out to be 1, which is not possible. So if I have to put value of 2, B will be 4. If I have 3, B is 9 and it is satisfying. Up to which point? Up to the point where my B is less than 2008. So it can vary up to the value of 44. Because 45 square is 2025, 44 square is fine. So that is up to this point, I can get my answer. So A comma B can have 44 values. Sorry, from 2 to 44. 44 minus 2, 43 values. 43 values when x is equal to 2. When x is equal to 4 is taken, log base a b is equal to 4, so b is equal to a raised to the power 4. Again, a cannot be 1 because b will also be 1. That will make the function undefined. So then if a is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 6 I can consume, yes, up to 6, because up to 7 it will be 49 square 2401, that is not satisfied, right? So up to 6 power 4 it is satisfied. So I can put a as 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. All these values are getting satisfied. So basically 5 values from here. So 43 values from there, 5 values from here. My overall answer is going to be 48 values. So the question demands just the basic knowledge of logs, nothing else. With this, I'll finish up my today's session. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.